Hey everybody, it's James from Rattlecan Guitar Restorations and Mrs. Rattlecan's house, and we're going to cheat a little bit. We're going to double post this because it affects both channels in a very similar fashion. This is my trusty old workhorse computer. The good news is we got the new Corsair RM750X power supply in, and well, that works kind of okay, except that we've blown the motherboard. We think that when the power supply kicked off, it also shot a voltage surge through the motherboard, and so we have a replacement on the way. That'll be an adventure in and of itself because it's not this Asus board, because those boards are no longer remanufactured. Or no longer manufactured, and the only thing that you can find are used or remanufactured boards, and I'm just not sinking money into something like that. So we have an actual Intel board on the way, coming off the West Coast. Supposed to be here sometime next week. So I guess the long and short of it is no video this week for either channel. And that makes me sad because I've been actually really darn good. And, you know, for the better part of 3 years, at least on the Rattlecan channel, and for I don't know, maybe 6 months or so on Mrs. Rattlecan's house. So this has consumed quite a bit of time. I am clearing this off. We're going to put this over to the side. I think tomorrow, for at least half a day, we're going to be doing guitar stuff. I don't know that I'm even going to be able to film it because all of my memory cards are full and I don't have a place to dump them off on. And of course we just spent all of our money on a new power supply, and we spent money that we didn't even really have, that I had to go to the finance minister, and you know, I cried a little bit and it worked. So we're going to do some guitar stuff in the morning. Real quick, for those of you that are interested, the insulation is done in our house. The wiring is 99.9% done in our house. The only part of the wiring that I have to do doesn't really involve me. It involves my son hooking up the air handler and the heat pump. And when they do that, we're going to put one outlet going to the outside, like a utility outlet, for whoever has to work on the heat pump in the future. They'll have a GFCI protected outlet close to wherever it is they're working. So that is all done. I was very happy to see that our house has snow on the roof. It has not had snow on the roof because, as you know, there has been no insulation up in there. And now there is, and so now we're like all the other houses in the neighborhood. So anyways, that's the, you know, the kind of good news and bad news of what's going on. It's just kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of part of life. And, you know, and if that's as bad as our day got, then, you know, it's really not so bad. So anyways, from Mrs. Rattlecan and myself, if you're in most of the country right now, you're having just absolutely miserable weather. So, you know, stay inside and hey, read a book. Ready Player One. If you haven't read that book, I'm telling you, it's a great book, especially if you grew up in the 80s. So anyways, you guys have a great weekend, and as soon as the computer allows it, we will be back. All right, y'all have a good one. Cheers.